This is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show on Pride Night at Madison Square Garden. We just saw a game in which two teams can be proud of their performance. Hi, everyone. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios. John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Valiquette. Rangers win in a shootout 3-2. And I got to tell you, it's a thrill to sit next to this guy on games like that tonight, especially when the goaltenders are playing the way they were. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's fun.
Yeah, it was up there. That was a great hockey game. It had a little bit of everything. Intensity, chances, great goaltending, a couple of really beautiful goals. And in the end, you know, the big guy stepped up again. But it was fun to watch. I really enjoyed that hockey game.
The shootout was actually appropriate tonight because it really was a back-and-forth hockey game that couldn't get settled. And usually, I would say that the shootout has lost its luster, but not tonight. It seemed like it was on point for the night that we just had. And LA's tough to play against, guys. I mean, this is a team that is the best at suppressing any scoring chance quality that you think you can get through the middle of the ice. They're hard to play against. The Rangers got a lot of good scoring chances in this game, surprisingly.
It was pretty quiet in the first, and you thought this is going to be a tough night for the Rangers to really create the big chances. But it really opened up in the second period. And I don't know if they started moving their legs more or they're just a puck more, because they looked a lot faster in the second and third period and made it hard for LA to defend the way they did in the first period.
Shootout's been in the league now for more than 15 years, and I'll ask you guys because you're the ones who are the only line of defense. When there's 18,000 people on their feet screaming, the fans still love it. The fans in the stands still love it. A lot of the purists and others who watch it hate it, call it a skills competition. Where did you fall on it? Was it as simple as if you win, you love it, you lose,
I was just going to say, when you win it, you love it. Even tonight, you watch it, you sit here, and it's like, that was a great hockey game. And if they lose in a shootout, it's like, oh, I wish they got 2 points. But it's entertaining. And you get to see the best players go out there. And as a goalie, you love that challenge of facing the best players, because those are the guys they're sending out. It's the top guys on every team. You get another opportunity to watch them in action. So say what you want. It's entertaining.
It was entertaining. I thought there were some funny moments in this shootout, too. I thought the Alex Iafallo was funny. He was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he comes in and he does that move that's unnecessary. And then Shesterkin just pokes it away. And it's kind of like the guy that comes out with a knife and you're just like, see you later.
All right, so if we're sitting here and Adam Fox is about to take round 6 of the shootout with a chance to win, and you said he's going to go to his patented backhand that he loves, how did Quick not know it was coming?
Well, because he plays in the Western Conference. And he's not watching his highlights often enough. But Fox, he's got a lot of tricks, guys. Did he ever make Quick think that he was going glove side? I mean, he made himself all the way, and listen to me here, and hear me out on this one. Kids, if you're listening, imagine there's a line down the middle of the ice. If you can cross that twice on a breakaway, you increase your chance to score, because you move the goalie and then you move him again. And Fox did that. He made himself all the way to the right post, and with his backhand, how about him leaving the puck in the net, caught up with the crossbars, the pads? Talk about insult to injury.
And we also talked about the scouting on Quick. He loves to drop on his right knee. So if you want to deke this guy, go to his right, because it's going to be a lot harder for him to push to his right. He's ready to push to his left, and we saw it all night, down on his right knee, and he loves to play that paddle down, but it also limited him a little bit to go to his right. So he was late coming across, and he tried to spin around and catch it with his glove, and I would have been surprised if he did catch it. He's unreal in those moments, but a good read by Foxy to go to his right.
And kudos to Panarin in round 3 and Lafreniere in round 5 to keep the Rangers alive in the shootout, which they won thanks to Adam Fox, who was standing by moments ago with our Michelle Gingras.
Thanks, John. Adam, gorgeous shot there, top shelf. What'd you see on that goal to beat Jonathan Quick?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar in the shootout, but, you know, I knew I was up next, and I was just hoping Shesty gave me a save to take a little pressure off, and he did what he did. And, yeah, I didn't really know what I was going to do before, and then kind of committed to that, and, you know, just happy I went in.
That's what I was going to ask you. You know, you're going into the 6th round there. Are you watching the tendencies of Quick in that moment, or are you just kind of taking it in and trying to decide in the moment, like you mentioned, where you might go with the puck?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not, you know, too familiar with going in shootouts, but, yeah, I saw he was a little aggressive, I guess, but, you know, I just kind of had that move in mind and stuck with it, and, you know, it worked out.
4 of the last 5 games, your team has come from behind to win, and you're doing it in all different kinds of ways. I know we've talked so much about this team's confidence, but how crucial is it to learn how to win in all of these different scenarios at this point in the season?
Yeah, it's huge. I think, it's a long season, and not everything's going to go smoothly for you all year. And, during games you're going to face a little adversity. But yeah, I think we responded well. I think, we want to, not be behind and have to crawl back out of every game. We want to get ahead early and have a little better starts. But to know we can do this and come back from behind and win games is huge for us.
5 straight wins at home as well. We talk so much about protecting home ice. Your team has done just that. How much has that been a point of emphasis for you guys, knowing how many games you play at home before that break?
Yeah, it's huge. We have a lot of games remaining at home, and I think we have more home games than road games to finish off the year. And you always want to win at home. You want to get the momentum from the crowd and build off that. And winning at home's huge. It's never easy to go on the road and win games. So to secure 2 points at home is big for us. And we've been doing a good job at that.
Thanks very much for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
John, back to you.
Michelle, thanks very much. Adam Fox saying he wasn't very familiar with shootouts. How about his only familiarity was either on the bench or on television? That was the first shootout in his NHL career. He pulls that out.
No, you don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just go out and let your instinct take over. And he's so skilled, especially on his back. And you talked about it going into that move, and he knew it was a possibility that his back and move would open up for him, and perfect shot.
You know where we saw a lot of his skill as well? In the 5 minutes that preceded the shootout. The overtime was scintillating. Rangers started it on the power play. There never was a whistle when the power play ended, so it stayed 4-on-4 instead of the usual 3-on-3 throughout the overtime, and there were chances galore. 7 shots on goal, 5 by the Rangers.
And you know what? I wonder if Gallant was looking down the bench and saying, who's the hottest Ranger right now that hasn't shot yet in the shootout, and he goes to Fox because he has such an outstanding overtime period. He was all over the place, guys. He was dancing. He was dancing like it was Bungalow 8 in 2007 up there, Hank. All right? Going into the game. So here's the entertaining part of the game for me, though. It was definitely some saves from Igor, like this one in overtime. But Quick is so active. He is fun to watch. I mean, he really does bring up the entertainment value when you watch how active he is in the net. Gauthier drives this one, doesn't get it to go. But look, the Rangers, they made that overtime, and they didn't even get to 3-on-3. It was 4-on-4 for the entire thing. So, but it was fun, and great way to get out of a 60-minute game, get through a great overtime, and the shootout fulfilled.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And remember, it got to the overtime. We're kind of backtracking here because the Rangers were able to tie the game inside the final 6 minutes. And that came after a fairly relentless element of play inside the King zone. The Rangers keeping the puck alive along the boards. And then a beautiful tip in by Barclay Goodrow.
Yeah, it's so hard for a goalie when you keep your stick in front of you and you tip that puck. It's so hard to pick it up. It's hard to read on what side that puck is going. If you put your stick on your left or your right as a goalie, you use your body to move towards that direction. But this tip, I mean, that's high skill, and Panarin was really good in waiting for the right moment to shoot that puck for the tip. But they had a great shift leading up to this, holding on to it, and you could tell LA was getting tired. And the D-man there would kind of let Goodrow stand there by himself a little bit with the stick, but you could see Quick's reaction. He was going to his right. He was kind of guessing on that deflection.
And that's, guys, it's a big part of what the Rangers have to continue to do. It's only the second time they've won this season after trailing after 2 periods.
Yeah.
So you start to build that. I think they've done a terrific job of holding on to games late this season overall. And you look at different things that they're gonna help you and carry you through those experiences that are gonna come up again. Now, guess what? I'm gonna be looking closely at what they are playing like when they're down after 2 periods the next time they're in a game like that. They should have a belief that we can come back, we can get even, we can take care of it in overtime or in the shootout.
So Barclay Goodrow's goal tied it for the Rangers there in the third. The other Ranger goal scored on this night was by guess who? As Hank said at the very top, the big guys played big tonight, and that's Chris Kreider. Now the only player in the NHL with 30 goals, and he scored with 1.5 seconds left in a first period in which the Rangers were outplayed.
Yeah, that's such a big goal. You know, you've been outplayed a little bit. LA outchanced, outshot the Rangers in the first, and you felt like, okay, let's just get through these first 20 minutes and restart a little bit in the second period, and they get that big goal. Mentally, that's huge for a team, and it's also really tough for LA
Yeah.
to go into the first period and feeling like you played so well and being down 1 goal. But they responded really well in the second period.
You know, it's funny, John, because it's his 23rd goal of the season in front of the goaltender, right in front of the net. But the Rangers looked for him on the entire power play. 3 times in a row, Panarin's looking for him. He's at the side of the net. That doesn't go, so now Panarin moves it back up top. But the focal point here is Kreider. Put all of your attention on him and track him. What he does really demonstrates what the Rangers' options are up top. Panarin looks for him here. He tries to get the shot through. It doesn't get through. But because you have Zibanejad over there, Fox, you can recover the puck. Let's look for it again. Attempt number 3. Is it there for me? He's looking at Kreider. There's eye contact. But if he doesn't like what he sees because he can't get through there, back to Fox. Let's put it into somebody else's hands that's as highly skilled as I am, is probably what Panarin could say to himself, because you know you're in good shape. Fox then comes down the wall as if he's almost coming downhill here, guys, with a little bit of pace, where you see Roy in front, like he just moves right out of the way and leaves Kreider just to his own space, and he's got time. And what do you think he's going to do? 23 times he's done that. It's ridiculous.
We've seen the Rangers do this several times this year, score just before the end of a game or the end of a period. The mentality of an athlete, is their mind clock so sharp that they know exactly how much time is left?
I wonder about that.
I think they're aware that the clock is ticking down there for sure. And sometimes you bring up that intensity the last few seconds. And at the same time, when you're defending, you know the clock is ticking down. And it's almost, instead of thinking what you need to do, you start thinking about what you can't do.
Yeah.
We can't give up a goal here. Instead of just focusing on the actual thing you need to do. And you see in a play like that how important it is stick position. Mm-hmm. The LA guy, he puts his stick on his left instead of covering the inside, and that opens up the pass for Foxy to Kreider.
Yep. Intensity also a hallmark of Igor Shesterkin's night. 34 saves for him, another 4 in the skills competition, 20th win of the season, and the #1 star of the game. Plenty more to come on the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show.